Brian, Benoit, and Deidre Lee Kin. They've qualified as finalists, not in Rio, but in the Young Leaders of the Americas initiative. This was actually launched by President Barack Obama to build linkages between young leaders across the hemisphere. Now, Brian is here, and we are happy to have him. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. Nice to meet you. I'm fine.
First off, how did you find out about this competition, about this situation?
Right. I find out about the program through Youth Business Trinidad and Tobago. Youth Business have been helping me develop my business, which is Benoit Academy and Seed Pan. So they saw the program and they decided to say, hey, Brian, you know, there's a good program for you to enter. So I decided to apply for the program.
You can't get away without just saying you have a business, Benoit Academy and Steel Pan, and name after yourself. What is the academy about?
Cool. So the Benoit Academy and Steel Pan is an arts education, multimedia, and entertainment company. So we teach people how to read music, how to play steel pan. We also have an animated cartoon to teach younger kids between the age of 9 to 6, or 6 and 9, about the steel pan instrument. We also teach the business of steel pan, which is called panentrepreneurship. So we teach contract law, financial management, proposal writing as well. Right?
Where's all of this coming from? And I say that because many people in this day and age, they're still looking at being a lawyer or a doctor, which nothing is wrong with it, but there's so many other things to be in this great world.
Yeah, definitely. I grew up playing steel pan since I was about 7 years old. So steel pan in me, not ironing, but it in me, you know. And I find that not enough development was being done for the steel pan instrument. There was no life beyond panorama. So I wanted to start an academy to show people that you can have a successful and financially sustainable career in the steel pan industry. So that's why I have the little business courses called Panentrepreneurship. We want to be able to do graded steel pan exams as well, so people can get certified in the steel pan industry.
What kind of support system did you have behind it? Because I'm sure it's always, you always have a lot of naysayers and people say, boy, you sure you can make with that, boy?
Yeah,
but in terms of people actually behind you saying, yes, go.
Right. Like YBTT. I had YBTT because I didn't really know about business or anything like that. So I decided to go to YBTT and find out more about how I could start this academy. And they really helped me understand about finance and management. I also went to IBIS, where IBIS would give you a loan, and they would also give you like a 6 months training in business, and give you a loan, give you office space as well. So these are these different support systems I had. Even AmCham Business Incubator I got into. You know, when I submitted my business plan for the National Youth Award in 2015, I actually won that. You know, the Ministry of Planning, Ideas to Innovation, I submitted the animation, I won that award as well. So it have all these systems just, you know, helping develop the academy and recognizing that steel pan itself have a lot of innovation and that it needs to get out there.
So the young leaders, going back to the young leaders of tomorrow, what has that been like, and is there a process? What has happened thus far? What is going to happen?
Right. Well, first and foremost, with your YLI, I really didn't expect to get through with the program. You know, I just decided, you know what, I have nothing to lose, so why not sign up for the program? So we had to go through the semi-finals, and they say, well, you know, you get through the semi-finals, so you had to do an interview to say if you know, get through the program, because it's like 4,000 people between Latin America and the Caribbean, and only 250 people could have gone. So they say, all right, Mr. Benoit, you know, you're one of the finalists. And I was shocked. Because at that time, when I got the email, I was sick. You know, so with my sick self, I jumped off my bed and couldn't believe this thing, because it's a really big opportunity to advance the steel pan, you know, and get it out there and partner with different people in Latin America and other parts of the Caribbean island. So the next step for the program would be they have to, you know, send us the information for a visa and those kind of things. We would be leaving on October 4th to go to Dallas, Texas, as the first state. Then October 11th, they would send us to different states, different hubs, where we get to meet a mentor and work with somebody in their business in the United States. We learn leadership, we learn entrepreneurship, we get to network with people from Uruguay, Costa Rica, Brazil, and after that we go to Washington, D.C. To end off the program.
Now, with regard, what I like about you is it sounds as though, one, you're driven, you're passionate about what it is you're doing, and you also have a responsibility in terms of enlarging the space that Steel Pan is a part of.
Definitely.
What are some of the things that you want to get from this fellowship and come back with to put into place and have running on the ground?
Right. One of the things I want to be able to understand the different cultures, right? There's one way in Trinidad and Tobago that we would do business in terms of how we even would think of innovation and structure. So I want to be able to learn how people, let's say Uruguay, how they do business, how I could get partnerships with them. What are their entrepreneurial and business styles? What are their leadership styles? And I hope to learn that and bring that back to Trinidad, not just for myself or my academy, but to inspire other young entrepreneurs, other young leaders as well.
Back to the academy, where is it based? How can people contact you for it?
The academy is based on the Diego Martin Main Road in, on Auto Village. That's the IBIS building. And they contact me at 329-8483. We also have a website, www.benoitacademy.org. So you'll find out everything about the academy, vision, mission, and all the programs that we
Why
do.
do you think that people haven't done this as yet? Come up with an idea for the, well, not just come up with the idea, but actually start to implement?
You know what? I don't know. I guess some people don't have the vision, or they probably don't believe that Steel Pan can go somewhere in terms of the different innovation, because we use different mediums or different, include technology in what we do. You know, because Steel Pan could be in anything. It could be business, it could be animation, it could be fashion and all. You know, it could be part of every industry. So I think it's just not seeing the vision for where it can go. You know?
Many times we talk about, well, there's a lot of talk about diversification, and that's the way we need to go. What is the significance of this opportunity that you have, and how it is you can bring it back and apply it to your business?
Right. To YLI, right? I think one of the biggest things I'm looking at is not getting the academy to be in these other countries, right? Sharing the Steel Pan instrument with places in Latin America. Because I would ask some of the people who go into YLI in the different countries, you know, if they have Steel Pan, if they know about it. And some of them were like, you know, I never hear about this instrument before, but I would like to hear some more about it. And I will ask, so do you have like music schools over there, you know, that we could partner with? So the whole idea is, you know, getting Benoit Academy, not just Trinidad culture, just in Trinidad, but getting it, you know, to other countries as well. So that if I have a franchise in, let me say, Uruguay, I could be able to say, okay, we have some Trinidadian panists or some Trinidadian teachers. We can have an exchange program where they could go over there and study, and somebody from Uruguay could come to Trinidad and Tobago and study. So that way they learn, they get to teach the instrument, they get to expand their knowledge about a different culture as well, and somebody else from Latin America could learn about the Trinidad and Tobago culture.
Now, I like the fact you're talking about systems and putting systems in place. What happens when you go on this fellowship, and how long is it?
It's 4 weeks.
Oh, 4 weeks. And
yes.
what happens to the academy in the meantime?
Well, we have a board of directors as well. I also have a team that works with me. So when I leave, they would be handling the academy and doing the teaching as well. So we have a proper structure in place in terms of, because we have a lawyer on board, we have somebody with a business degree, their masters in carnival studies, we have the graphic designer, the program coordinator as well. We also have the arts education committee. We're helping develop the literacy books, the literacy exams as well for the academy. So when I gone, everything will still be running. You know?
Now, you spoke about the fact that you get off your bed with your sick self and you went and organized it.
Yes.
What is the significance for you as an individual, and also someone from Trinidad and Tobago, that throughout all of the people who would have applied, who would have been a part of this semifinals, finals, you're going?
Yes.
What does that mean? What does that mean for you and for the space, Trinidad and Tobago?
Right. I think is a great opportunity in terms of expanding my mind, expanding my reach. Because as I say, I really didn't believe in myself that I'd really get through the program. So I still, up to now, I still in shock, you know. So I have never left the country before. So I in this small space, not understanding what exactly is out there. So when I go out there, you know, I can understand how things work, how I can make these different connections as well, so that even for exporting purposes, you know, that's a big opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago. And as we're talking about diversification, you know, we look at what is out there, what we could pattern from other people that is doing it right, you know, who understands what diversity means. And, you know, I can be able to come back and help Trinidad and Tobago with that, because I'm a citizen. I don't want to sit down here and say, well, the government ain't doing this, the government talking about diversity, but what am I as an individual doing to help with diversification? So, you know, doing this business plan, developing the academy and going to YLI and getting through is how I giving back to Trinidad and Tobago and helping my country develop.
The two people leaving from Trinidad and Tobago, two young YBTT entrepreneurs. Have you met the other one?
Oh, yes. That's Deja Lee. Yeah. She is Trinipedia.
Okay.
She owns a business named Trinipedia where they do augmented reality. She in herself is a passionate and prolific female entrepreneur as well. And she could be a big inspiration to other female entrepreneurs. You know, she has a lot of leadership skills and entrepreneurship knowledge, especially for women entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Will you all be going to the same place? You'll have the same type of schedule?
I'm not sure if we'll be leaving together, but definitely we may be in different states. Because I say her own is mostly like technology, and my own is more in the creative arts sector. So it could be, some of the hubs would be like in Chicago, Dallas, Texas. I think Miami is also one of them. So there's a possibility that we could be split up or remain in Dallas.
Okay. What do you see for the academy like 5 years down the road?
Right. 5 years, I want to be able to have the academy programs up and running full in terms of doing certificate programming for steel pan, diploma for steel pan, because one of the things I'm looking at is doing pan making and pan tuning as well. In the next 5 years, I want to have my own steel orchestra, where you have these 100 steel band players playing in this one orchestra.
You have space for that in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, we could find this space. We can find this space. Right now where we are, we can't fit large, probably about only 30 or 20 of them. And I want to be able to have our own space where we could have our own building where we could operate out of. You know, it might seem like a big, you know, big enough vision, but we could accomplish it. In the next 5 years, at least be in one other Caribbean island, yeah? And not just Trinidad, but Tobago as well, or any other Caribbean island.
You said they started to play pan at about 7.
Yes.
What is the experience, or why would you push parents or guardians to have people involved in pan or another musical instrument at that early age?
Right. Music is something that helps you develop academically as well. It gives you a sense of belonging. In terms of steel pan, because there's different sections, you can learn a lot of leadership skills from playing steel pan, because what we do at the academy is teach somebody how to, so if I show you the song, you will have to show somebody else the song. So right there, you start to develop leadership skills. You start to develop confidence in yourself that you can do something. One of the things we try to show people is that, you know, to believe in yourself. Music is a way to express what is in your mind. You know, if you're feeling a particular way, you could express yourself on steel pan. So we try to let people know to just be you, you know, just be yourself. It could also help you academically as well. There's a lot of research on that in terms of developing the brain as well. One of the persons on the board looking at using music as steel pan as a way of therapy as well. You know, so that's some of the development and things that you could learn. And also, it's our national instrument. So I think it's something that even if you're, you know, not passionate about it, but I think you should have some knowledge of the history of the instrument, or even learn how to play the national anthem. You know, so when you go places, nobody can make styling, you know. Yeah.
Style, yeah.
Yeah.
So Brian, you spoke about being yourself, believing in yourself. What would you tell somebody? They have an idea, and they want to try it, but they're not sure. And possibly dad or mom is telling them, well, here what now, take the safer route. What did you tell them?
I would say it's too risky not to take risk, one. I think, you know, just believe in yourself, believe in what you do, and you know, you'll accomplish it. If you have a business plan or you want to start a business, you know, don't just say, well, you know, it will never make or anything like that. Because look at me, I started with steel pan. A lot of people told me I couldn't make with it, you know, because how could you make a business out of this one instrument? But you see, I won these different awards, I go into wildlife. So if you don't try, then you will never know. So I say, you know, try it and go for it.
You said try it, you might like it. Brian Benoit, thank you very much.
You're
it's
welcome.
too risky not to take risks.
That's
I like
right.
that. I'm going to write it down. And hope you go from strength to strength.
Yes,
congratulations and all the best going forward.
Definitely. Thank you
This
so much.
is Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago. Stay with us. We have more in store just for you.